What were we talking about again? Ah, the ding-dongs with the weird crystal. You see, when opportunity knocks, it's always tempting to open the door. But one must be careful of what awaits on the other side. And what walks through afterward. The doctor, the bruiser, and a man about town had secured themselves a mysterious treasure. And with it, the attention of many dangerous people. Namely, Susan Caldwell, chairwoman of the TDR Corporation. But those were worries for the future. For now, they had to rest, regroup, and figure out exactly what they'd gotten their hands on.
What's with the long face? We just killed a vault monster.
Oh! Did he drop a fully furnished Frogurt shop? Or a gun with bullets that seek out Susan Caldwell's brainstem?
No?
That's why I'm upset!
Are we at any point going to talk about how you also murdered a bunch of TDR guards?
Forgot about that. Silver linings.
You are back. Judging by your mood and dopamine levels, I have determined that team morale is high. You have earned +3 skateboards.
What do the skateboards do again?
Yes.
Ah! Oh. Fran, next time you'll be the bait.
No, I won't.
No, you won't.
You appear to be injured, Octavio. How?
Oh, you know, you fight an all-powerful vault monster, you're gonna have to deal with a few boo-boos.
Your word choice implies a possible concussion.
No, that's just him.
What happened to you all exactly? Tell me the story of how you did not immediately die.
We nearly got killed. It was like 80% luck and 10% teamwork that we got out of there at all.
An honest response that does not make you seem at all cool.
But you respect me for telling the truth, right?
Absolutely not. Lie next time.
I respect it.
You don't count.
You don't count. Vault monsters typically drop treasure. Where is your treasure?
I'm keeping it safe.
What are you doing? Wait, nothing happened to you when you touched it? No, like, visions?
No. What?
Never mind. This is an unknown, potentially volatile substance, and you're just tossing it around?
Listen here, Miss A.
Yeah, Anu, calm.
Do not tell me to calm down.
Call me interested in talking more about this. What I meant to say was, what? We can't run experiments on this thing?
And what exactly are you testing by tossing it in the air?
Duh. Aerodynamics. I thought you were the scientist.
What's the big deal? It's just a rock.
Oh my God! What are you doing?
Beating your ass to keep away as per usual.
Just be careful. We don't know what exposure to it or touching will do.
If this thing was dangerous, the vault monster would have used it as a weapon. But it didn't. So we've got nothing to worry about. Ow, my ankle!
Oh yeah, that's broken.
Over. I told you to stop.
Ah! 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 That feels nice. Huh. That's weird. I guess I'm made of stronger stuff than I thought.
No, you aren't. It's the shard. It healed you just like it healed that creature.
So, what does that mean for us?
We're gonna be rich!
I have to run a lot more tests.
We have a magic rock that heals people. We went down into that vault looking for a way to get rich, and this is it.
Now you have to calm down. We can't get excited about all this until we fully understand the variables. This little experiment might not even be repeatable. We can't be sure it'll heal every wound every time.
Sure we can.
Hawk, what are you doing?
Being the man.
What? Don't be stupid!
No! No! I'm not the man! I'm not the man!
That's for sure.
I also concur.
And heal. And heal!
This is why I said we needed to run more tests! When will you ever learn to be more careful?
It's working. It's working! I've learned nothing! Oh, man! The pain went away completely. I got full mobility.
Hot damn! Okay, that's great, but now, shoot me. What? Don't! I cannot stress enough how moronic this is.
Metal! This rules!
Do me again.
Do not! Do not, do not, do not, do not!
My turn.
Please, don't. I don't know how many ways I can say stop doing this. Just stop doing this!
Now we're talking. Go take on that, bitch!
Oh, no, you've got to try this thing.
I don't.
Come on! It's all kind of exhilarating.
I'd really prefer not to.
Hey, how are you going to test this thing if you haven't been on the other side of it? Just shoot somebody!
It's just all the shouting makes me nervous, and I probably shouldn't have a gun if I'm nervous.
Come on, stop being such a stick in the mud and live a little!
Okay, you're right. This is a serious bastardization of the scientific process, but we're learning, right? Don't be such a stick in the mud, Anu. I guess, for the sake of science. I'm sorry.
What did you do?
You said shoot somebody.
I didn't say shoot my dang heart. You got 3 out of 4 chambers.
Shot through the heart. And you're to blame. Your skills indicate a natural inclination towards murder.
What? No.
I can't believe you did this to me, my own sister.
I'm sorry. I love you. You made me shoot somebody.
Sure, blame the victim.
Oh, thank God. It worked. How do you feel?
Okay. I'm okay. And I think I have an idea. So we have a weird healing rock, which is great. Everyone loves healing. But what's the one thing everyone loves more than healing?
Gun.
Guns.
Guns!
Guns! Why does everything have to be a gun?
Wait, but not a gun. Not the hurdy bang bang kind. This would be a long-range healing gun, right? It just shoots, beautiful rock slivers instead of bullets.
A long range.
What's that face? Is that a good face? Bad face?
A long range glow. We can't risk damaging the actual shard without knowing where or if there's a source to replenish it from.
I am definitely not yanking more of these out of some ancient angry monster.
Oh, yeah. No.
But we don't need to. If this element, whatever this is, functions anything like uridium does, which it seems to in terms of energy expenditure, then I can harness that energy and consolidate it into a beam of light, a healing ray.
What? Really?
Yes.
I had a good idea? Because it feels like I actually maybe did.
You had a good idea. It's completely fried. All right. If we're going to get anywhere with this idea,
My idea.
I'm going to need to fix my
Our.
device.
Your gun is broken?
My device needs some minor repairs. I'm going to see if there's anything useful in this froyo garbage.
Your froyo garbage.
Ah, yes. You'll do nicely as a transparent containment unit. I think. You know what they say. Reduce, reuse, reimagine how to recreate your invention using found materials from a bombed-out Frogurt shop. Pressure-sensitive tape. A true testament to the power of science and engineering. Presuming Fran doesn't have a welding machine, this ought to do the job. Refrigerators are full of usable material.
And me! I know what you're thinking. I thought I abandoned you in shame in a sewer. And you're right. But I do not capitulate so easily. No, no. I craved a rematch so I might reclaim my honor.
Of course.
So, I did what any person of right mind would do, and I followed your trail here. Well, not here. This is my forward operating base as I plot my redemption.
You're living in our fridge?
It is free air conditioning. So, who's pathetic now? Still me. Enough pity. I challenge you to Vaultlanders. Game of Kings. The true battle of brains.
I don't even know how to play.
You'll pick it up. It's really quite simple. Now, battle!
Select your Vaultlander. Amara versus Vasquez. Vaultlanders. Fight! Whoa! Now, Oltowski. Critical. R.I.P. KO. You won!
Victory is yours.
Yes, it is.
You fought with great skill. Are you truly a novice? Were you hustling me?
I'm sure I've never played before, but I understand the appeal.
Do you want to live with me in this fridge?
What? No. But thank you for the game. This was fun.
Fun? How dare you besmirch Vaultlanders by calling it fun? 'Tis a duel of strategy, bravado, and guile. You are unworthy of your natural skill. Be gone.
Open or closed?
Closed.
So weird. If there are any working fuses in here, I can use one to help regulate current. One good fuse is all I need. So long as I don't screw up the assembly process, that is. Most of this back room seems to be intact. But some toppings fell onto the floor.
Don't touch him!
I am never eating Frogurt again. Well, it won't be playing any of Promethea's hottest hits anytime soon. Not that I ever wanted to hear the Psycho Shuffle again. Ugh. Ooh, scrap metal, perfect!
That scrap you're talking about is my froyo machine.
And did it always look like this?
Listen here, Judgy. She may have needed some encouragement from time to time, but she never let me down.
Based on my analysis, this machine is, well, how to put it? Demolished, broken beyond repair, unusable, out of commission.
You touch my machine, and it's you who will be out of commission. Capiche?
Yes, got it. Capiche you loud and clear. Fran, is there a reason why there's a camera hidden inside your jukebox machine?
Yeah. It's for my OnlyFrans.
Only Fran's?
Yeah, you know, it's a subscription service for my loyal customers so they can keep an eye on the shop. Sort of like crowdsourcing a security team to keep an eye on the place. But don't tell my fanatics that.
Yes! Got it! Oh. Sorry. The camera was offline, and the shop as well. So I thought maybe I could use the lens in the device. Ta-da! Now, for the finishing touch. It didn't... But it should have... I don't...
Should it do something?
It's not calibrating to this new element. I'll make a few adjustments. That's all. Yes. Yep. didn't detonate in my face. Beautiful. Now, to ensure this healing ray actually heals, which would require an injury to heal.
So we get to shoot ourselves again.
We need to test the device.
By shooting ourselves again. For the good of science.
It needs to be me. It's my device and it's... To be honest, I didn't exactly have it working perfectly before. I won't risk it on either of you. But...
Ew, Anu, ow.
Eesh.
You were just taking turns shooting at each other like it was a pillow fight.
Yeah, that was nuts, but like awesome.
This, however, is just...
Unsettling.
All right, fine. Now, someone has to do the honors.
Can I just say, it would be a real honor to shoot you, Anu.
How about it, little brother?
For science?
For science.
All right. Here goes...
Everything.
Here goes everything. Shh, for real, Anu. This thing's...
Cool.
I have harnessed the power of life itself.
Oh, damn. Does it make you high?
I am high only on science.
Okay, yeah, that sounds a little bit more on brand.
Do you guys realize what we have here?
Women,
Do you women realize what we have here?
just say y'all.
Do y'all realize...
That this could change everything. That it will be as easy to save a life as take it. That injuries, sickness, they can all be solved with the pull of a trigger. That just maybe this universe will finally give life the respect it deserves. I can't believe it. I always wanted to change the universe for the better, and now we actually can!
Okay, hear me out. You take a bite of a taco. It's delicious, but now there's one less bite in it. Then zap! Suddenly, the taco is healed. Infinite taco!
You mean like solving world hunger?
Sure, that too.
Pretty sure this only works on living tissue. And maybe consider expanding your diet.
No.
All right, so we make a bunch of Healy guns, but to do that we need money.
First, device. Second, we only have this one shard. Third, we don't yet have a complete understanding of what this shard is capable of or how it works. Let's not start talking about mass production quite yet.
Counterpoint, what better way to test the shard than to make a whole bunch of Healy guns
We're not calling them that.
and test them? This is like basic business development. Didn't they teach you that at Space College?
Spallage.
Spallage.
Spallage?
I'm not comfortable making more than one of these these devices until I've worked out all the kinks. And spallage is absolutely not a thing.
Anu, come on. This is classic you. Working on something for way too long, not wanting to show it off. But let me tell you something. There is no such thing as perfect. Down here, you gotta get messy and move fast.
But at Atlas, they...
Fired you.
Okay. Say you're right. Where would we get this kind of startup money? I mean, pretending I'd go along with this whole thing. Just hypothetically.
Investments!
Okay. Go on.
No, that's all I had.
Less stupid idea. We could go on sink or swim.
Oh!
What?
It's this new Promethean EchoCast where you pitch an invention to an investor. If he likes it, he basically throws endless money at you.
What if he doesn't like it?
I do not know. Never actually watched it. Fran?
It comes on during the evening Frogurt rush, so I haven't seen it either.
Well, it's Promethean, so probably something bad.
Guaranteed something very bad.
Probably something bad, yes. But hey, if anyone else has a smarter plan, I'm all ears.
All right, sink or swim it is. But if we win,
When we win.
we have to invest some of that money into research. Deal?
Deal.
Deal.
All right. Let's get ready for a pitch that will change the universe.
Hi. Hello. How are you? I'm glad to hear that. If I may take a moment of your time, I'd like to take this opportunity to tell you about something so new, so revolutionary, so exciting, that it will completely change your life. If you respect high quality, if you expect only the best, sounds just like me. I proudly present to you the perfect product. It's perfect for you. Perfect for your family. It's perfect for your friends. It's a product you can love. A product you will like. I know that you're gonna like this product. So if you don't mind, I'd like to go into further detail and give you some more information. Yes, please. Because we really want you to feel comfortable with all your product-related decisions. Now, do you like being the talk of the town? Let's say you get excited about great value. Boy, do I have exciting news for you. Well, stand by, because I'm about to tell you the secret to unlocking a lifetime of satisfaction. It's perfect for you. Perfect for your family. It's perfect for your friends. The perfect product. The perfect product. It's made for me. The perfect product. Gotta have it. Really need it. Lifetime warranty. The perfect product. The perfect product. It's made for me. Just have fun with it.
We did it, gang. We're going on sink or swim.
You're not going on sink or swim.
Oh, come on.
All the contestants have already checked in, which means you have no business back here. Move along. Go on. Scram. Skedaddle. Vamoose. Move your tush.
But I want the money. The money.
Listen, kid. You're not getting through this door. As sure as my name is Marvin Baxter.
Whoa! What the hell, Lou?
Contract filed by groundskeeper Seymour Sato complete. Marvin kept standing on his grass.
So you killed him?
He committed an infraction for which someone filed a grievance. On his head. My programming demands I fulfill open contracts. Though it now seems both harsh and gratuitous. I feel...
Shitty?
Yes. Contract deposit received.
Of course you do. You straight up murk a guy because someone filed the complaint. And for what? A little filthy, degrading blood money.
I was planning to share it with the group. Unless you object.
I guess it's our filthy, degrading blood money after all.
Octavio!
He's dead, isn't he? It's not like refusing is gonna bring him back to life.
I feel my functionality impedes my consciousness. Is capital execution my only purpose? Alas, poor fallen security guard. You serve as a grim reminder to my tenuous sense of self. Conclusion. I shall remain here in Marvin Baxter's stead, if only to uphold his legacy and honor the life I so reflexively extinguished. I'm sorry, old friend.
You just stepped on him.
Sorry again.
Okay, be cool. Act like we belong here. We're totally legit contestants and not three desperate people with a half-baked plan to win some money.
Hey, future losers! Just kidding, little rib. Look at your faces! This one took it so seriously. No, we're cool. We're cool. Pierre Palantine, great to meet ya.
Yeah, same.
So, what are you bringing to the sink?
Ooh. You'll see.
But you don't want to, waste your first pitch on the judges, do you? Come on, hit me with it. You, nervous girl. I'm your dry rub. Let me see it at least. Come on, hit me with it. Give me your pitch or I'll kill ya. Ha! Just joshing. Or am I? Ha!
You like guns?
Yeah. Who doesn't?
It's one of those.
Oh, man. Oh, wow. That is really, really pathetic. This universe already has 11 bazillion guns. You think it needs one more?
What?
Oh, nothing. It's just, it's quaint.
Quaint?
Plain, boring looking. Look, I was being polite. Psycho would have noticed this in a trash heap, let alone a judge. I wanted to see if I had anything to fear from the competition and, update. I don't.
You talk a big game. Show us what you brought.
Reveal my beautiful product before showtime? Psh! You take me for a patsy? You'll sabotage it.
No one's sabotaging your stuff, dude.
Yeah, right. Exactly what a saboteur would say. Good luck, chumps. Hope you brought your floaties.
Hope you don't mind being frozen solid and smashed to pieces in your sleep.
What?
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 Have a great show. Maybe I should have punched him in the face, too, just to make sure he got the message.
In Fran's defense, he had a very punchable face. In fact, if I could create an index of all the punchable faces, I'd punch them in order, starting with his.
Sick burn, sis. Relax.
Oh, I'm relaxed. Beyond relaxed. The most relaxed. But between those relaxed moments, I have these not so relaxed micro moments. You know what I mean?
Not at all.
What if that condescending joke was right? What if the device is too quaint? What if the judges hate our pitch? What if my underarms are too sweaty? I don't smell like science, and I definitely don't smell confident.
Ugh, yeah, that's something special.
I'm serious. I could really use some of that Octavio swagger right now. How do you always keep your poise? How do you do it? You're so good at just rolling with whatever's happening and talking to people, and I'm... Oh, God!
When people ask about you, they just want to hear about themselves. So get very personal. Dig deep into their childhoods, crushes, whatever.
I don't think a game show host wants me to ask about his childhood.
Oh, he does. Because no one else has. Somewhere there's that little host that wants to be heard. Find him. Listen to him. See him. Then take his prize money and bolt.
Pitch and public speaking aside, all that stuff Palantine said, we focused on function and performance, which is obviously the correct tactic, right? But does it need more style? Is our device just quaint? How do I give it, pizzazz? I'm not a marketing person. I'm a scientist. I can't vibe with today's tweens.
Quaint or not, it's too late to change now.
That's heartily inspiring.
I'm saying we're committed. You shoot with the gun you got.
Device. I see it in your face. You think we're dead in the water. And now I'm sweating more. Octavio, what do I do?
You stay here and try not to sweat anymore. Leave the rest to me. All right, Palantine. You're about to get Octavio'd. All the usual fare, I see. Oh gosh, how clumsy of me. I'm so sorry. I hope I didn't damage your invention.
Nice try, amateur. It'll take more than that to ruin Pierre Palantine.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
You're talking to yourself again. That's a sure sign that you're up to something. What are you scheming and how can I help?
Palantine's keeping his invention in his back pocket. You think you can distract him long enough for me to get close and hack it?
Pah! Watch and learn, kid. Pierre, was it? Oh, you are a beefcake for sure. The beefiest beefcake that ever boffed.
Me? Well, I don't disagree with you, but...
Shh. Don't speak. Your voice is too arousing. Every part of you, all this is arousing.
Poor guy won't know what hit him. That ought to do it.
Your whole body is a temple to beefcake. How do you live in such a meaty temple?
Healthy diet, regular exercise, the usual. But as I was saying...
I am about to lose control of myself, and I think I like it. You're just too much for me to be around, please. Pierre. Pardonnez-moi.
What took you so long? I'm sweating from orifices I didn't even know had sweat glands.
It's all gonna be okay. Fran and I took care of it because we're supportive colleagues working towards shared success.
You're a lifesaver. Give it here.
Give what here?
The antiperspirant. To stop me from sweating so much. You said you were going to take care of it and then walked off to get me antiperspirant. Octavio, what did you do?
Okay, folks, welcome to Sink or Swim, yada yada yada. We're on in 5, I need to get your names to the announcer. Name?
Pierre Palantine, future winner.
Uh-huh. Name?
Dr. Anuradhadar. And this is Octavio Wallistar and Francine Miskowitz.
Uh-huh, okay. You're up first.
Starting the show off strong, eh? Strap in, chumps. I'm not just a tough act to follow. I'm impossible.
Please put your hands together for my favorite host and yours, Finnegan W. Triton.
Welcome to Sink or Swim, the show where daring entrepreneurs face off for funding from me. Because, well, I'm rich. Now, are you ready to welcome our first enterprising engineer? I know I am. Announcer, tell us who it is.
With pleasure, Finnegan. He's lean, he's mean, he's Pierre Valentine.
Welcome to the show, Pierre. There's just one question on my mind. Are you ready to...
Big fan of the show, Finn, and I'm gonna be an even bigger fan of it once I win it with my incredible new invention! Ha! Kidding. Not about winning, though.
Ooh-hoo-hoo! A contestant with bravado. Let's just hope his invention is as impressive as his ego.
Finnegan, that's the host. He's the one we gotta impress.
What do you make of him?
I don't know what he's like personality-wise or morality-wise or ethics-wise, but the guy's definitely got style.
Guy like that will do anything for ratings. He's got an eye for the pageantry of it all.
Is that good?
It means we'll have to meet him on his level. Go for spectacle. Don't focus on the nerdy stuff.
But the nerdy stuff is my stuff.
Oh, don't worry, honey. When in doubt, just do something violent.
All right, Pierre. Let's see that perfect invention.
Gladly.
It looks like a ball.
Oh, but it is so much more than just a ball. It is something you have to see to believe.
I believe it's a ball.
No, it's not. It's not activating. I've been sabotaged. Sabotaged!
That's horrible. Who would do such a thing?
Someone dastardly and smart. Probably very good looking. Also very cool. Okay, you know what? I did sabotage his product.
Octavio!
And I'd do it again too. 1,000 times. You know why? Because I did it for you.
That's sweet, Ock. Ethically very wrong, but sweet.
Pierre, I would so love to see your invention at work, since that is literally the point of this show. Unfortunately, your pitch, it's a ball.
No, I swear it does more. So much more. Somebody's tampered with the algorithm. I've been cheated, swindled, hornswoggled.
And since someone's already invented the ball, it's an old idea. And as we like to say here, if your pitch doesn't float,
please no.
Oh. What? Oh, no! Oh, no! What?
Whoa. That little futz turned out to be a big futz.
You messed with his device. You killed him! He woke up alive, crossed paths with you, and now he's dead!
I didn't mean to kill him. What I did to his machine was just good old-fashioned innocent futzing.
Well, you need to be more mindful of your futzing. A man is dead.
Absolutely, you got it. I will futz responsibly.
That's right. Eat them all up. We're gonna need that tank clean for our next guest.
I knew he was a showman. Ugh, I hate it when I'm right.
Oh my God! If I fail, if I don't pitch it right, he's going to do that to me!
Not if we have anything to say about it.
Dr. Anurata Dar, you're up next.
Just me?
Just you. The others try to rush the stage, everyone gets dunked.
Apparently, we have nothing to say about it.
Octavio!
You're gonna be fine. Just pretend you're pitching to your old boss at Atlas.
That's what I did before I came down here.
Great!
I got fired!
Oh, shit!
Please welcome your next contestant, a delusional, unemployed scientist, neurotic nerd, and overall dingus, Dr. Anurata Dar!
Who wrote that introduction?
I did. And today, Dr. Dar will not only be competing to impress our illustrious host, but may also gain favor with a mystery investor. Can she do it, or does a horrible death await?
So, are you?
As far back as I can remember, I've always wanted to be a siren.
Whoa, whoa. I don't want your life story. Especially when it might be over so soon. This salivating Sithid can't wait to get up close and personal with our sharks. Look, we're eating way too much air here. I asked you if you're ready to sink or swim. It's how we begin all the segments. A simple yes would be fine.
I'm ready to swim.
Okay, well, now we can start with your pitch. So, you were saying something about eating a siren?
That's not exactly what I...
Great. Amazing backstory. Not at all boring. You're doing great. Right, everyone?
Just breathe. Remember what Octavio said. Get personal. Speaking of backstory, how's your terminally ill mom doing?
Pardon?
I saw an article about her in the green room. I hope she's comfortable.
She is?
Good.
Right. Why don't you tell us about your design? For starters, what's it called?
Allow me to present the Hermes!
Oh, God, not again. I gotta have a talk with my producers. You're ex-Atlas, aren't you?
How did you...
Well, you start a show on Promethea, it's bound to happen, right? But would it kill you people to play a little bit more with the naming convention? All right. On from name to design. Let's have a better look, shall we? Wow. What a remarkable design. Really, really catches the eye.
Oh, thank you. It's definitely not quaint, right? I'm glad you like it.
I said it was remarkable, and then I remarked on it. Let's not get carried away. So, how does this gun...
Device.
Whatever. How does it work?
You know, I was once asked that before. It was another pitch, but I was also another army. I appealed to the company's heart, hoping compassion would win the day.
But it did not.
No, it did not. But now, with experience and friends behind me, I'll tell you how this device works.
Well, second time's gotta be a charm, am I right? For your sake at least.
It's,
Are you having a panic attack? You seem nervous and really bad at this.
I just really don't want to be eaten by sharks. I don't know if this healing beam works on disembowelments.
Healing beam?
Yes,
So, the opposite of a gun?
exactly. Finally, someone gets it.
Huh. Pass.
What? He's gonna sink her!
It's gonna sink her!
As I slowly lower my finger towards the sync button, this laborious soliloquizing absolutely destroys the pacing of our show. But what can I say? I like holding people's lives in my hand, watching the last lights of hope flicker from their eyes as they realize their project, their life's ambition, has failed to carry water. Because here on Sink or Swim, we live and die by our ideas. And if that idea doesn't float, thank you.
some sharks.
Didn't know that she could do that. Oh man, friends barreling straight for the sharks circling on you. They're about to get a serious taste of fist. Bam! A haymaker to the shark face. Beautiful. Behind you. Oh, and she uppercuts it through its face. That is so metal. What? She got a shark in a headlock, and now is using it as a meat shield. Oh my God, she's swinging it around to knock away the other sharks, and now is just punching it senseless, and punching it, and punching it. Oh no, she tore its eye. Oh, the sharkmanity. The sharks are swimming. Skrrr. What kind of finishing move could she even? Oh, she ripped the fin off! She ripped the fin right off! And ate it? How do you even eat something underwater? There's so much blood! Just an inexcusable, obscene amount of blood! But yes, she's done it! She's got Anu and she's coming back up!
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm not okay! I'm not okay!
Thanks.
I've been lifting. Anu?
I'm sorry. I couldn't.
Tell me you're getting this! I loved your pitch.
Thank you.
Really solid stuff out there. You hit all the marks we went over in practice. Just a bang-up job.
Yeah, it felt good up there.
It should have, because it looked good. I mean, if I had $1 million, I would invest the hell out of you.
Thanks.
Should I do mouth to mouth?
I think that's only when people stop breathing.
I'm gonna do mouth to mouth.
I'm still breathing. We need something. Something else.
Anu! Anu!
Wake up! Stay with us! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
It's no use. She said something else. Something else.
I hate to break up this beautiful ratings moment, but didn't you rejects bring a healing gun to the show?
He's right. We can use the device.
We don't even know if it can reattach limbs.
Well, right now is a pretty great freaking time to find out. It's working. Oh, thank you, magical healing gun.
Device.
Hot diggity, you scared me half to death. Are you feeling faint? Sure you don't need a little mouth to mouth?
I am the vessel torn asunder, harmonic vibration seeking resonance.
So that's a no then?
Anu?
You got Finnegan on the phone again.
Well, son, I might have an offer for you if you'd be so kind as to entertain it.
Oh, yeah, sure. Let me just take you off speaker. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Yes, that would be quite agreeable. Well, well, well. Ladies and gentlemen and NBs, we have a sink or swim first. Now, despite me passing on your little anti-gun, you three have attracted the attention of an angel investor!
Who is it? Who cares who? How angelic are we talking?
Announcers, tell them what they've won.
These lucky 3 contestants have just won $1 million in someone else's money to fund their business.
That's right! Booyah!
Fantastic!
What a roller coaster! That's our show, everyone. We'll see you here next time on Sink or Swim. Thanks.
Now that we're a hit, here's what I'm thinking. You, me, spin-off show. We call it Octin' Around. You know, because my name's Octavio. I'd eat at expensive restaurants with supermodels around the...
Don't push it.
Holy crap!
We did it!
We didn't sink!
We did not sink. We swam. I mean, yeah, you got banged up and spoke in tongues for a hot second.
Yeah, about that?
Probably just all the blood loss, right?
Exactly. Classic blood loss.
I'm not so sure. It felt...
Who cares? We got our money. Cash paper. My beautiful, brilliant sister, I could kiss you. I could, but I won't.
I'll kiss anyone.
We know. When you fell in that tank, I thought you were dead.
Me too.
I totally panicked. And not just because, you know, you were gonna die, but I just couldn't imagine going on without you. Never thought I'd get this, vulnerable. It feels off-brand. Actually, forget I said anything. It was stupid. I'm not this mushy anyway. I'm a businessman.
What kind of businessman howls?
Ow!
Hey, let's focus on the team. Anu's alive! And we don't have to waste valuable capital on getting her some cool prosthetic rocket leg or something.
Rocket leg?
Or a shotgun foot? Oh.
Have you met me?
All I'm saying is this little beauty didn't just save your boring human leg, it saved our wallets when it saved your boring human leg.
Yeah, about that. Fran. Thanks again for fighting those sharks.
No problem. I eat raging sharks for breakfast. Ah!
Cool, cool. Quick refocus here, ladies. Women. People. Oh. You got Octavio. Who, may I ask, has the pleasure of speaking with me?
Well, howdy, if it ain't my intrepid inventors what I invested in.
Oh, it's the angel investor.
Well, shucks now, ain't nobody ever called me that before. I just wanted to check on my investment and...
What are your terms? There's gotta be a catch.
Fran, don't look a money horse in its cash mouth.
Oh, go easy on her, handsome. She's just looking out for y'all. Here are my terms. You make your device, and I get half the profits. Sound fair?
Half? We
accept. We accept. Thanks, bye.
No! What gives?
This isn't about the money. This is about changing the world. Considering we were about to be ripped limb from limb, I'd say 50% is awfully generous.
Sure. Maybe the worst negotiation I've ever heard, but whatever. I'm riding high. We got our seed money, we got a plan, nothing's gonna stand in our way. We've discussed this.
I am back.
Clearly.
You are still alive, albeit wet.
I fought off a bunch of sharks. Oh, it was really cool. And everybody fell in love with me.
Then you have secured the funding.
Of course we did. You should have seen it, Lou. I hacked this Jackhat's ball thing.
Which got him killed.
Ball thing.
And we gave the audience a live demonstration that will live on in infamy. It was so epic, some anonymous Brazilianaire called into the show and funded our company. We're super rich now!
He is embellishing again, isn't he?
Actually, no, that's more or less what happened.
I am relieved that you are not dead, and that you are no longer poor.
We just pulled out a miracle, and we did it with style. That's gotta be worth some skateboards.
You are not wrong, Francine. And, judging by your expressions and the overall, quote, vibe, unquote, I measure your team morale score in skateboards as, You have indeed secured funding, but there is room for improvement.
What's wrong, pal? I thought you liked giving us skateboards.
I do. But am I fit to give them? I had ample time to assess my programming while standing outside and arrived at a conclusion. I am a failure. I am worthless.
Okay, this just took a turn.
Seeing each of you grow as individuals and as a team fills me with such absolute misery.
Seems self-obsessed, but you do you, bot.
That is exactly it, Francine. I cannot do me.
Hey, with a little practice and some mood lighting.
Fran, despite being borderline psychotic, you are the closest thing to a functioning adult in close proximity.
Hello.
I hate killing, but I cannot contravene my programming. What does that say about me?
We all have our own programming. The trick is to make sure you don't let it control you.
You have considered letting it control you 5 times in the last 24 hours.
Shut up.
6.
But I cannot contravene my programming. Does that mean I am weak?
I don't know, life's weird.
Weird is insufficient. I require objective clarity. Am I evil, Francine? Your hesitation alarms me. Though perhaps it should not. If the answer is unclear, I shall maintain my current degree of hope.
Look, this is a harsh world. Sometimes people gotta die so you don't. Sometimes it feels good. Doesn't make you a bad person.
It never feels good for me. It feels good for you.
Okay, judgy.
I feel I now have more questions than when we began this conversation.
Yeah, life's like that.
Nonetheless, having expressed my anxieties, I now register significant, if inexplicable, closeness to you. A growing affection, one might say.
Yeah, I have that effect on people or robots, whoever.
If I could provide a rating of our friendship on a scale of 1 to 7 volleyballs, it...
Don't ruin this.
Hi. Yeah, the show ended over an hour ago. Could you all please, leave now?
Oh, God, yes. So sorry. Thank you for having us. It was nice meeting you. Let's grab coffee sometime.
So, I had a thought.
Did it hurt?
We just want a bunch of money, right? So, hear me out. Maybe we need better digs than a literal pile of rubble. We just want sink or swim. We're players now. We should probably work somewhere less busted.
We can salvage this. We use the investors' money and rebuild right here.
Rebuilding would take time, Fran. Promethea needs this technology now.
Who pissed in your shark tank?
Fran, we gotta face the facts. Look around you. This place has been bombed twice. There's nothing left.
Incorrect. Structurally, there is 30% of Franz Frogert's left. Utilizing reclaimed rebar and approximately a metric ton of Why are you making that throat-cutting motion?
Franz Frogert's isn't dead, Fran. It'll live forever in our hearts.
Sure, it can live on in your hearts, but legally and financially, Franz Frogutz is unequivocally dead. I hope this clarity was helpful.
Listen, we got a different dream now. All of us together. And that dream starts with a location. Location is everything in business. Companies live and die by their real estate.
Octavio's not wrong. Look at why Atlas moved their locale to space.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a vital decision that will determine our level of success or failure. It's a mission of such importance that I can only entrust it to myself. It's a burden I'm honored to take for the betterment of us all.
Let me find the new HQ. I have an eye for real estate and I'm a great negotiator.
Yeah, sure. If by eye for real estate you mean cheap, and by great negotiator you mean willing to turn people into popsicles.
Ice cold player. Well, if you're in charge of finding the new HQ, what am I gonna do?
Oh, I have the perfect job for you. What does every startup company need? The thing that defines company culture.
An armory to defend itself against both random and targeted attacks.
No. Sure, maybe, but also staff. You, me, Anu, and Louis, we're the think tank. We need staff to, execute our visions. And you, Fran, clearly have an eye for talent. I mean, you hired me after all.
I suppose I could head down to Lore's and interview a few candidates at his cafe. I do have an eye for talent.
Exactly. Great, it's settled. I'll go get an HQ. Fran and Louis will go hire us some staff, and Anu, you'll get production supplies.
Acquire testing material.
Right, same thing. I think. Look at us, working together separately to get this business off the ground.
Indeed. This deserves a skateboard.
Oh, goody, a skateboard.
Just think, when we meet back up, this business will be operational. Dirty 30, here we come.
Just call us when you found a new location, Ock. And make sure it has cold storage for my supplies.
See you soon, friend.
Well, I guess this is it then.
Just Fran and L0U13.
You didn't go with Octavio.
An astute observation.
Awesome. Love that for me. Can you give me a minute to say goodbye to the old place?
I can. 60 seconds, starting now.
So long, Franz Frogutz. You always were a bit more trouble than you were worth. But hey, I got a new lost cause now. Friends? Well, come on, bot. I know somebody who can help us staff up. Yeehaw!
You need a corpse to study the shard with. It's all above board. This isn't creepy.
Oh, sorry. You caught me remembering a joke.
Oh, that's great. I was like, oh no, is she a creep?
Mayhaps you'd like to hear it. How many dead orphans does it take?
I'm good. I'm Dr. Anuradhadar.
And I am keeper of the dead. You may call me Keeper for short, as we are now friends.
Oh, sure. My company was hoping to contract an asset from you.
An asset? My children shall be so delighted.
Oh, you know what? Maybe this was a bad.
Nonsense! We can do business. I have many products to sell, all pristine. Now, what was the name of your company again? I shall stare at you until you answer.
Better World Enterprises.
Ooh, quaint. That's what we all want, yes? A better world for our lovely children.
This conversation is mundane. Look, I need to buy a corpse, and you seem like the most reputable.
Buy a corpse? What are you, a pervert?
No, What? You said you could sell me pristine products.
I make candles.
You don't sell corpses?
Of course not. That's creepy.
Oh, and stroking a dead body and calling it your child isn't?
What? I was referring to my daughters. This wretched job is putting them through college on Eden 6.
Oh my goodness. I misunderstood.
Clearly. Now, please, vacate the premises.
No, wait. I still need a corpse. It's important for my studies.
And you expected I'd just sell you one? I don't know who you are to come in here and expect me to roll out different flavors of corpse like some sort of fast casual eatery, but that's not what I am about.
I mean, I would pay you a lot.
2 million.
I don't have that kind of money.
That's what I said to the bank. But student loans are student loans.
But
look, I changed my mind. I'll sell you a body.
What? Really?
Yeah, you seem nice enough, and I mean, it's not like they're gonna mind, right? Just give me a moment, will you? And feel free to look around.
Not ideal. You wouldn't mind if I ran some tests on you, right? It's not like desecrating a body. It's science, right? I'm so sorry. 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 replace the spinal column, I bet I could reattach the head to the rest of the body, and oh my god, what am I doing with my life?
It's right. It's me.
Why are you here?
I had to downsize. The rent was too high in my fridge space. But my income level, or lack thereof, if I'm honest, is irrelevant. I challenge you to a duel.
Seriously? I'm kind of in the middle of something.
Then you'll also be in the middle of losing. Now, battle!
Okay, fine. One quick game.
Select your Voigtlander. Amara versus Roland. Voigtlanders! Fight! Mommy, I'm scared. Ha! Ooh, that's critical hit. Super Bowl combo. Critical hit. Lander ribbon. Ho ho! Get up! Finish him! KO! You won!
I have been bested.
It's just a matter of strategy. I'd be happy to offer tips to improve your game.
Your victory is insult enough. As usual, I'm relegated to abject humiliation. I don't deserve to drink from the plum-spiced fountain of victory.
The plum-spiced what?
I don't even deserve to dwell with the living. Close me in. Thank you.
Oh! It's not made of wax! Oh, okay. Oh boy. Oh. A good engineer works with the tools she has. Everything all right?
Just, readying the corpse.
Please don't tell me what that means. Amanda and Lynn of the Dead graduated Eden 6 Preparatory Academy.
They're my whole world.
Doesn't look like it's been digitally manipulated. Those poor kids have a 3 lifetimes worth of student debt ahead of them. Cathode ray digitube. Apparently it cuts down input lag when playing Echo Sims. Huh.
I'm trying to go pro in Turbo Punch Sibling Skirmish.
Cool. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. I hate this. I hate this. Great! Now for the head. Now, just ram the head onto the pike so we can turn this whole experience into another fun, repressed memory. Hurry! Yes, good as new.
What's good as new?
Hey! It's you. What did you say?
You said good as new. What's good as new?
Man! I know, right?
Okay. I found a corpse for you if you want to see it.
See it, as in go to another room. For sure, yes. Let's leave this room immediately.
Follow me, please. I knew I had a spare corpse around here somewhere. I was just planning on throwing out, honestly. It's getting kind of rancid, though. Is that okay?
That's perfect, actually. The more decayed, the better.
Sorry about this.
Hey! What are you doing?
There's a contract out on your head. It's enough money to pay off the girl's student debt and invest in my candle company full-time.
Hey, I thought you water creep!
Says the woman thirsting for rancid corpses. Besides, I'm not the one killing you here. I'm just the one locking you in a coffin until you run out of oxygen. The coffin's the real creep here. Be mad at the coffin.
Okay. Don't panic. You're not claustrophobic. Except now that you've said it aloud, you are. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. No. Think. Wait. The goggles. Come on, show me something. What's that?
A hole, measuring 0.5 millimeters in diameter. If widened, this could provide a means to avoid capture and death by the TDOR Corporation.
What? You don't talk. When did you start talking?
ShadowNet update illegally installed by Octavio Wallace Dar. Now, punch.
Oh. Yes! Ow! No. How many more punches until I break through?
Based on the strength of your punches, the coffin door will be compromised after 5,000 more punches.
Slow and steady, Anu. No need to rush, because TDR will be here at any moment to capture and kill you. Just one punch at a time. Okay. Starting to hurt. A lot. Come on. Almost there with about 3,900 to go.
You've reached Dr. Anuradha Dar. I'm unavailable to take your call right now, so please leave a message.
Your little bro has outdone himself with the HQ mission, sis. Sending you the Addy now. Hope you're having fun on your supply run. Ock out!
I saw your bounty on TV and I'm calling to collect.
On Dr. Dar?
Yeah, awkward nerdy lady, Dar, that's right.
And she's dead.
Not yet, but her oxygen's sure to run out any minute now.
Lovely. We've tracked your location. My men will arrive to dispense your reward to you shortly.
Wait, what did you say?
TDR thanks you for your service.
Most stories in the Borderlands start bloody. They end bloody too. And really, the bit in the middle isn't too great either. But every once in a while, things aren't so bad. This is the situation our three doofuses found themselves in. After successfully pitching their opposite of a gun on Sink or Swim, the genius, the rage monster, and the big dumb idiot had the world on a string. Well, for the most part. Anu, the competent one, intended to collect a corpse. But thanks to Susan Caldwell's bounty, Anu might find herself being the corpse she wanted to collect. Don't give me that look. You narrate next time you think you can do so much better.
400. Och, can you hear me?
There? Supposed to back an hour ago. Hello? Coming in, Nikki.
You've got to come rescue me. Some lady locked me in a coffin and called Tidior.
Waking up, it sounded like you said you were locked in a coffin and Tidior was on the way?
That's exactly what I said.
Can't be right, though. Never be dumb enough to willingly get into a coffin.
Hello? Hello? Great! $101, $400, $2, $400, $3, $400, $400, $5. $4,999. I can't wait to reach my healing device.
Hey! Your boss lady said you'd be here by now. Those student loans aren't gonna pay themselves. What's the holdup?
So sorry, ma'am. My platoon was diverted by civil unrest. ETA 5 minutes.
Oh, 5 minutes. Come on. Come on. Just one more punch. 1,000! Anu, strongest lady in the universe! And invincible. Still need a body.
Level of deterioration, severe. Likely usefulness in shard experimentation, low.
Damn!
I don't care if there's a war going on. I got your girl in a coffin and a bank account getting skinnier by the minute and...
Level of deterioration, none. Likely usefulness in shard experimentation, high, if she were a corpse. A scalpel, useful for transforming people into corpses.
No. I don't want Gilligan.
Really? Because the idea is growing on me.
Watch it!
Nothing personal.
Go on.
Just die, you psycho! Now this is it! You psycho bandit trash!
Ah!
Ha!
5001!
Mission of the Dead, Tedium Battalion 26, reporting.
Oh, crap.
Ma'am, buzz our dish.
Sorry, I guess. Wait! No, I'm not. Oh.
Peeking? No peeking!
Octavio, is this really necessary? And where is Fran? I have something important to tell you both.
Up. I said no peeking! Voila! Say hello to our new HQ! Do you love it? I bought it from the city's top realtor, Rhonda Fofolia. She's one of the Dirty 30. Her whole reputation is built on being nice and honest. Central location, spacious, great schools. And there's something homey and familiar about it.
You bought Franz Frogurt.
What? No.
Yes! You bought the literal rubble of Franz Frogurt, the same location you wanted us to leave.
There's no way we could know for sure this is Franz Frogurt.
There's a big sign that says Franz Frogurt.
That sign is old news. You're looking at the new headquarters of our company, which I named an awesome name that I totally remember, and that name is Global CompuCore!
I actually like that.
Right?
You bought a blown-out Frogurt shop. The same Frogurt shop we fled, and the only difference is a custom plaque?
Not the only difference. This place is full of outdates. Come, look around.
Updates such as...
Like this solarium. You can read, drink sweet tea, or just sit and enjoy the...
It's a table under a hole.
Okay, fine. But, I haven't even told you the best part yet. I didn't need to take out a loan. I was able to pay it full, in cash, up front.
You what?
It took some professional negotiation, but I got her to accept all the money we won from Sink or Swim. Since this building is ours, free and clear.
You idiotic. This already was ours before it was blown apart from an invasion. You bought it for no reason with all our capital?
These are some high-level business maneuvers. It's above your pay grade. I don't expect you to understand. I get it. You think I agreed to purchase this place right away, but I'm not an idiot, Anu. I knew Fran would want to invest in some security measures, and I knew you'd want some high-tech tools to work with. So, being the amazing negotiator I am, I talked Rhonda into giving us...
Into giving us what? Exactly.
Lil Weiner foam turret!
Get out!
In security, every bit helps.
Get out!
I haven't seen you make that face since we were kids. You'd always make that face just before you... Let's not go nuts here. If you were me, you'd do the same.
Break it up, you two. I leave you two doofuses alone for 1 second and you're at each other's throats.
You are also in the place where we last saw you. Friend Octavia, have you been duped again?
Yes! He spent all of our capital buying...
She pulled my ear! Hard!
I don't want to hear it. As far as I'm concerned, I'm back home again, and I love these countertops.
They used to be your floor.
Even if Octavio spent all of our money on my shop, I have made up for it by hiring our support staff on the cheap. And by cheap, I mean nothing. Come along, Fergus!
Fergus?
Free labor. Free labor. Free labor. Free labor. Free labor.
Strangely arousing.
Uh-huh. I mean,
A rather fascinating human. The dancing. The free labor. He lives in a perpetual flow state, coexisting with instinct and agency. He completely bypasses the contradiction of programming. His oscillating hips are fascinating and, somehow, life-affirming.
Yeah, he contradicts my programming.
When I reflexively murdered that security guard, I found myself in a consciousness paradox. But you have solved it. I shall learn from you. You are my guru. Free labor. Free labor.
I thought I was your guru.
What an astonishingly inaccurate assessment.
Him! A guru, him! Sure, he's a great dancer with chiseled abs and a butt that refuses to quit, but I'm not sure he's the right fit for a startup business. Does he have any usable experience? No offense, of course.
He's working for college credit. So by taking him on, we are fulfilling his dream.
Free labor.
Come on, don't tell me you're gonna say no to that face.
For legal reasons, I'm gonna say no.
Who died and made you queen of HR?
The following HR professionals had their contracts fulfilled, by which I mean lives terminated, in the past hour. Sophia Poppy, Eleonora Kopsa, Harriet Lilly, Jade Dukesha.
That's not what she meant.
Fergus sought me out for his college's work-study intensive program.
Free labor.
He's majoring in libidinous business management and minoring in hot throbbing.
Fran! You do know you're not trapped, right? You can leave anytime. Give 1 thrust for yes, 2 for no.
Free.
And you want to work for your college course unpaid?
Labor!
That's it! I give up. Welcome aboard!
Yes!
I hope you enjoy your time at Global CompuCore.
Whoopee! Fergus, whip us up some froyo daiquiris. Extra space room.
Free labor. Free labor.
I never get tired of that tush. Oh yeah. Shake it.
Seems like I'm the only one who's actually made an effort. Do either of you have any idea what I went through to bring you
The nothing at all?
Weren't you supposed to get, like, supplies?
A corpse.
Oh, wow, are we pivoting to the corpse business?
Either way, I don't see a corpse, which means you screwed up just as badly as us.
Worse. We actually came back with something.
I tried and suffered mightily, all in the name of science. All you do is serve your own red-hot loins.
Yeah, I did. And I'd do it again. 1,000,000 times.
Free labor.
Mama needs more sugar.
It turns out corpses, much like my current mental state, are fragile. Yeah. The point is, none of us accomplished anything. Is that right?
Not entirely. Anu at least managed to evade the TDO patrols currently searching for her. Right before she and Octavio ran past several dozen security cameras on their way here.
Wait, what now?
TDR was there?
The person running the morgue tried to collect on my bounty.
Baby girl's first bounty? Aww.
Guys, focus! If the security cams got us, we were followed.
Yes, almost certainly.
Maybe you were followed, but I wasn't.
We were going to the same place!
There's no way.
Hello, ding dong! For the love, Dr. Anu Dahardar, prepare to die!
Wait just a minute.
Dr. Anu Dahardar! Your bounty is misspelled. I won't murder you.
If you pull that trigger, things are gonna get bad.
I do not respond well to threats.
Not a threat, you tin can chihuahua. A promise.
I'm even worse with promises!
Oh my god!
No! Congratulations! You killed my commander and I killed your doctor. We are now even, Stephen.
Oh, I'll show you even!
Frog! I got this! Don't move!
Octavio! Joke's on you! I didn't like those guys anyway! I had a mission, and I completed it! Meanwhile, your friend is still dead! Later, loser! Hey!
Lickety lime supreme! Chocolate murder tracks! Rum red raspberry!
You can't break me! I still have one bullet left! TDO weapons destruct when they're empty! Why did I say that? No. No! Fine! No, 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 no!
It has been 0 minutes since your last angry outburst.
Hell!
You mean the place you sent those TDOR troops? Nice to finally see the real you, Francine! Oh, she's off the wagon and on the warpath!
We let you down. You didn't even get to try your device on a dead.
What if Anu is the dead body?
Correct. Anu's body is dead. It can be hard to accept such tragedies.
Come on. Please! How are you feeling, sis? You were totally dead there for a minute. A really scary minute. Yeah. Are you okay?
I think so.
If you need mouth to mouth, just say the word.
Whoa, you were totally dead there less than a minute ago. Maybe you should take it easy.
No, I'm fine.
Not fine at all.
It's weird.
Anu? Your eyes are glowing.
I need
help. Is this normality?
Nothing. Nothing about this is normal. Anu, say something. Are you okay?
In peril.
Well, I sure as hell can fix that. Give me that piece of shit. For whatever reason, whenever Anu gets a hit of this shard's healing juice, she goes all funny. I don't know why, but I also don't care. It's been nothing but trouble since we got it. Ah!
No!
You seem to have changed the shard's energy signature, Francine.
You will only cause us
harm. Anu? That you, girl?
We must be made whole.
That's a big no.
Hold up. I know what to do. Snap out of it. Snap out of it. Okay, I'm out of ideas. What do we do?
I'm new to alien possession, too. What would Anu do?
Probably befriended.
Ah, worth a shot, I guess. And if not, I have something else we can try.
Hey. Hi. Octavio here. I don't know what you're doing to my sister, but you need to let her go. Now? Please? Just leave her alone, okay? She's no good to you if you hurt her.
Your half for the promise. We are made whole.
I promise. Anu! First you were dead, and then you were super possessed.
This has been a real roller coaster. I didn't even get a chance to give you mouth to mouth. Unless, of course, you want some now. I mean, would it help?
I am fine, really.
I'm sorry I blew all our money on a blown-out froyo shop.
I'm sorry my intern is so sexy.
And I'm sorry I got trapped by a crazy candle-making morgue attendant and let Tidio straight to our door.
I'm sorry I cannot identify with any of these extreme emotions.
Free labor.
Free labor. Free labor indeed.
Listen, I'm great at running a dessert-based business that I have inherited, but let me get real with you both for a minute. Starting a technology business? It's hard.
So hard!
And we're bad at this, like really bad.
Really bad!
We made so many rookie mistakes!
So many!
We've lost like millions of dollars overnight.
True. But in the process, we found each other.
Meh.
Okay, maybe Fran's right. Fran's definitely right. You know what they say, though? The first step to being bad at business is admitting you're good at business.
That doesn't make any sense.
It does when you think about it.
No, it still doesn't make any sense.
Look, we're all beginners at this, right? Maybe we need to get some help from a veteran.
Someone seasoned, successful, and already on our side.
Strong Fork!
The angel investor!
Oh, that's a great idea. Get her on your phony decks.
Already am, and it's a Necodex Pahone. And don't tell me what to do.
Whatever, give me the phone thingy.
Howdy, howdy.
You got Fran here?
You can just talk normally.
Fran of Fran's Frogurt, as I live and breathe. Heard one of them chatty TD or guns broke into your homestead and put a hole straight through Arno's bread box.
Are we revealing our device brought me back from the dead?
She did invest in us. We should respect our shareholders.
If word gets out,
it goes our way. It's called controlling the narrative.
Alive, not alive. Chicken and waffles. I mean, what does it even mean to live these days?
Preach. I mean, are any of us actually alive?
I am not.
I'm confused. Does Anu have a pulse?
Yes, I do. It's 74 BPM.
Oh, whew. Color me relieved, y'all. But still, I know them TDR scoundrels like the back of my horse's head. They're gonna just keep trying to kill you until, well, they kill you.
That's why we're calling you on the Echo-Doodle-Doo.
Echo Dex.
We were wondering if you could help get our business on its feet.
Maybe protect us from Tidior and other bounty hunters while we're at it.
Tell you what, housing your enterprise is a big expense, but I didn't just invest in that Healy beam of yours. I invested in y'all. And if there's one thing I do, it's protect my investments.
Did you hear that? We're investments.
That's great to hear. I think I speak for all of us when I say we very much want to stay alive.
And we're grateful for your help. From one business tycoon to another.
I'll put y'all up in my private hacienda. It's safe there. You can continue your research, hang in the hot tub, enjoy a shiatsu massage from Abdul.
Research.
Hot tub.
Abdul.
I'm sending a car now. See y'all in a jiffy.
High five time.
High five time.
And speaking of investments, we need you to stay here and do whatever you can to clean this place up.
Free labor.
They do that sometimes. You'll get used to it.
Welcome to my hacienda. Mi hacienda is su hacienda, okay? Make yourselves at home.
Is the hacienda you?
Oh, no! You'll have to forgive me. I know it's rude not to give you a big old warm welcome face-to-face, but you got here just in time for a real special hootenanny what's happening this very night. I'm hosting a bit of a fete or partido, if you will, and you are, of course, all invited.
A party? With people?
A party, eh? What are you celebrating?
Well, holy the fact that 3 people have invented a technology that will change the whole gosh darn world forever and ever and ever. I think that's worth a little celebrating, don't you?
Yes. Thank you for, believing in our vision. I mean, the party is a cool, too. A very, very fun surprise. Not at all anxiety-inducing. I love people and being the center of attention and...
What my sister means to say is that we look forward to raging with you.
The party will start in just a few wee hours, and I so look forward to meeting y'all in person when it kicks off. Until then... I went and took the liberty to arrange some pleasant diversions for each of you that I hope you will find to your liking. I'll leave you in the hands of my capable assistant.
What about Louis? Do you have something special for him to do?
Yeah, what about Louis? He's part of our team. What? He's grown on me.
I have not. I remain unattached from your person.
See? Charming.
I would never overlook such a fine piece of machinery. L0U13, you'll find an outlet on the wall. It's quite special. It will plug you into an AI-only server where you can how to put this, exchange data with other consenting intelligences. I'm talking multiple data packets.
I do enjoy the exchange of data.
Cool, bud. You enjoy that.
Oh, my. That's very good.
Mr. Wallace Dar, please, follow me. Miss Miskowitz and Dr. Dar, I will be with you momentarily.
Octavio!
You're...
Bivington Bradwick.
No way.
Yes way.
No way! Bivington Bradwick.
Yeah, Yes, it's really me.
From Forge's super successful Dirty 30?
Yes, well done, Octavio. But, you know, I'm not the only person here associated with that vaunted list. You are too. That's right, you are one of Forge's super successful Dirty 30. How does it feel?
This is a dream come true! I feel so fudging validated right now!
Fudges!
Even more validation! Thank you, Bivington Bradwick. I love you.
Yeah. Oh, right. I almost forgot. This is for you. It grants you access to the Dirty 30 VIP room. Dirty 30 members only.
So, where is the old angel investor? Would love to party with her and chat, you know? One business tied into another.
Oh, the angel investor isn't here. She unwinds in more private circles.
More private than this?
Relax. Okay, can I offer you an overpriced drink? You seem like a man of taste. Maybe something from the Booze Luge. Only select members from the VIP section can partake from the Booze Luge.
I'd never say no to a taco.
You want tacos? Like some sort of non-VIP plebeian? Okay. I mean, why not? You're the man of the hour after all. We'll have a taco luge. Just this once. What's wrong? Does he need something? More hot sauce. Guys, I think he wants more hot sauce.
I'm a not joking VIP! Yes! VIP! Bivington, this is amazing. I gotta go find Anu and friends so they can try the Booze Luge.
Octavio, my new best friend. Can I be real with you for a minute?
Always, Bivington Bradwick. Always.
These diversions are for you, the real VIP. Anu and Fran are being well taken care of, I assure you. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the success you earned.
You're sure they're having a good time too?
Absolutely positive.
Dr. Dar, at last! It's so great to meet you. Come on in, please. I've been dying to show you the space.
Huh?
Say hello to your new home away from home. Please, after you. State-of-the-art facilities, unlimited resources.
Huh?
A dedicated multidisciplinary team working under you. No oversight and no deadlines. Not to be just like super on the nose about it, but frankly, this is any scientist's dream come true.
But if there's no oversight, what about... Is there a board?
No.
What about other department heads?
No.
But who do I have to appease to be given funding?
No one.
I don't understand.
I know.
Seriously, this is perfect. It's like you picked this lab right out from one of my dreams. But I couldn't possibly take this lab. I have my own company and a project I'm working on, and Octavio and Fran need me, and...
Okay. I understand. It's a real shame, though, because we have some problems, which, if you solved them, would change all of science. Probably even the world. Forever.
Like, the type of problem where they'd name an equation after me?
Equations? More like planets. That's okay. You are a busy woman with things to do.
I suppose I have a few minutes. I could take a quick peek.
Trust the...
Fancy machine, not functional.
Yeah, I know, but why?
Scanning. No idea.
Huh. Maybe I can review the work they've done on it so far. I love a well-educated cylinder. Get it? Because it's a graduated cylinder? Oh, good one, Anu.
An incredibly good one indeed.
Let's scan this setup and see what else we can see, shall we? I've identified the issue, but I can see how you missed it. This fluid is not pH balanced for the reaction you're attempting to achieve. It just needs a little more base. I said it needs a little more base. No? Nothing? Okay then. Where do they keep their alkalis?
It's an honor watching you work.
I could take you. Should I take you? I want to take you. I can't take you, but someone else could take you. It'd be wrong to take you. I'm gonna take you. I took you.
I have a very good feeling about this.
There's no cipher for this code in the database. If I had more text to work with, I'm positive I could crack the code and translate it.
Such focus, such dedication.
According to these readings, you are full to bursting with urine. Fantastic! Nervous, Pierre? Me too. Sometimes, all it takes is a little soothing music. Secrets of science kept secret, eh? It's written in the same code that's on the whiteboard. Surely there's enough text here to crack the code if I use my tech goggles to analyze it.
Decrypting weird code.
Cipher unlocked.
You're welcome.
Now that I have the code, I can translate the whiteboard.
Trust the process.
Yes! +1 point for Anu's genius.
You cracked the code! We've been stumped on that one for weeks. What does the message say?
Don't cross the streams.
Don't cross the streams. That seems like pretty life-altering advice.
Perhaps some soothing music would help the jabber to relax and fall into a flow state. And by flow state, I mean pee. Maybe he could pee. Lo-fi beats that you could take a leak to. There really is a station for everything these days. There you go. Some nice, relaxing music. Oh no. Still feeling shy?
It's an honor watching you work.
See? This is what I've been saying all along. Nature provides us the solution to so many problems. No one blinks twice at the idea of shooting someone, but ask them to handle a little jabber urine and their worldview shatters. I mean, look! Look at what science can achieve! Now, what did you need this for again?
It's for hair growth. Try some.
I'll pass. But thank you. No. Oh, I've identified the issue. You've crossed the streams. If we uncross them, should be all working now.
Oh, so close, but no.
When you've exhausted all other options, sometimes it's best to just get physical. Ta-da! One working kombuchalizer.
You've done it! We've been struggling with these problems for weeks on end, and you solved them! All of them! In one day! That's... wow! That is... wow!
Well, you know, sometimes you just need a fresh pair of eyes. One question, though. I understand the connection between the code and the congripulizer, but how does the jabber urine factor in?
Oh, it didn't.
Okay.
Three cheers for Dr. Dar! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
Fran. Rita? In the flesh. How are your sisters doing, Rita? I'm sure you've heard Rhonda made it to Forge's Dirty 30 this year. And Reva, well, I think her jealousy got the better of her. I haven't heard from her since the magazine came out. She's probably cooling off somewhere. You know how she is. Such a drama queen. Yeah. Yep to all that. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about the past. I'm here to talk about the future. Okay? And the future is the Franz Frogert franchise. You want to turn my Frogert shop into a franchise? Yes. The company I represent is willing to invest several trillion dollars to convert what was once your humble little shop into a galaxy-wide empire. And the cherry on top, a $5 billion signing bonus. All for you. $5 billion? That's almost $6 billion. Go ahead, take her for a spin. Make yourself a cup of Frogurt. We paid careful attention to your signature flavor profiles. You're gonna love it. See for yourself. Okay, let's see how you did with my chocolate dill pickle. So many knickknacks. Touch Oh, I better collect all the dough in this place. I am Fran of Fran's Frogers, after all. Make it rain! Hey now. Huh? Even better than cash. Corporate sanitized, franchised Franz Frogert all across the land. One. I hate these newfangled.
I'm Foopy. It looks like you're trying to pour yogurt. Do you need a foopin' hand?
No.
Your Frogurt machine requires routine maintenance. Foop on over to the back room. Foop, foop.
For crying out loud! Is everything broken here?
Foop. The only thing broken is you.
What?
What? The maintenance store only foops to foopers with pure hearts. Even the tiniest fooplet knows the secret ingredient to Frogurt is feelings. To enter, you have to confide your deepest, sincere foopy feelings.
I do not use that mode anymore.
Looks like someone is repressing a traumatic memory. Would you like a foopin' hand?
No!
That's a foopin' shame. You know our policy. If you want a repair, you gotta share.
I can share. You want me to share something personal? Something personal. Something personal. I never got to Pork Finnegan. The way he feeds people to sharks. So hot.
You're avoiding your true feelings. That foop's my foopin' foop.
Wait, hold on, I can do it.
You can't just foop a suppressed memory from thin air. You have to be relaxed. Gently foop it from your mind.
I'd like to foop you from my mind.
Why don't you do some chores around your store? This place could use fooping up, and the activity is sure to give your memory a foop in the pants. No share, no repair. No share, no repair. No share, no repair.
Stupid rhyming door. Ooh, corporate fat cats keep their loot in places like this.
Salutations. Care for a duel in a thrilling trial of Volklanders?
Ah, crap. Okay, Tiny, let's go.
Your jest is hollow. For I am not tiny. Unless you're referring to my genitals, which I lost in a buzzsaw accident.
Don't care. Let's go.
Select your Volklander.
Amara. Amara versus Brick Volanders. Fight! Hoo-hoo! Oh, Super Bowl combo! Critical hit! Super Bowl combo! Critical hit! This is gonna hurt! Ooh. Now or toasty! Land or rip it! Better luck next time! KO! You won!
Wow. I'm new to this. Either I'm really good, or you suck.
Both. Wait. Uh-huh.
Good boy. Dude in a trunk with no junk.
Aw, jeez, you can't sling Frogurt like that.
Like what?
You look like Foop. Total Foop. A thick, steaming pile of Foop.
All right. I'll freshen up.
Foop-tastic. Please Foop your Foop.
No, not a chance.
Nice try. It's hot glued to your skull. Foop. Foopy Foopty, wow! I'm feeling a foopin' feeling coming any minute now. Foop.
Woo! Can't hurt to liven this place up with some tunes.
Please Foop a selection.
Pump it up, Promethea. That's not what I fooped. That's not what I fooped!
Foopy Foopty doo! That foopin' feeling is fooping out of you! Keep it up!
How did you even get this picture?
You haven't set the Foop-approved music, put on the Foop-approved uniform, or washed your foopin' hands! Foop privileges denied!
Oh, wash my hands, huh? Thanks, Mother. Yeah, one of those fancy schmancy Zen fountains. Namaste. I don't know how you're doing this, but something's coming out. All right. I'm ready to share.
Whoopee! I'm all poops.
We were on a trip for field day. A holiday where kids gather to go look at a field. I saw a group of bullies going to town on a poor, defenseless spider ant. And if there's one thing I hate, it's bullies.
What did you do?
What I always did. I got mad. Only this time, I wasn't just mad. This time, I was so angry, I activated my hover chair's mecha mode. In hindsight, it was a smidge of an overreaction. But once I had those bullies in my sight, the rage, it carried me inexorably towards a conclusion I didn't yet know to dread. Caught up in my anger, I launched my... a mecha rocket freeze punch!
Ooh, me! Did they survive?
No, not at all. Neither did that poor spider ant. In fact, it sort of set off what I'd later call my big murder whoopsie. I hit those suckers so hard, they're flying through the air, already dead, and they hit a nearby sitting tank of field gas.
What's field gas?
Gas for the field. The better question is, what was it doing sitting there full that afternoon when the field should have been gassed up already? Anyways, these guys hit the tank, and it's a small explosion. More people died, and they weren't even bullies. I couldn't believe it. And that's when I saw the answer. It was so obvious, right in front of my face, surrounded by other possible options. The water tower! But instead of putting out the fire like it was supposed to do, it just made things worse.
Water spreads fire when the original source is oil. Field gas being oil.
I know that now. The buildings and train station and passing train around the field all went up. More lives lost. I was just trying to help. I would call this my somewhat bigger murder whoopsie. First the bullies, then the field gas explosion. Now I'd been betrayed by water? There was just so much destruction, so much death. I was trapped in a cyclone of emotions, but what I felt most was embarrassed. Anyway, that's how I learned at a young age a painful truth. I am a monster. My inability to control my anger resulted in unimaginable destruction and death. I vowed then and there never to use mecha mode again, but of course that vow wasn't enough to save me from the worst punishment Promethea can lay on a person: compulsory anger management.
Poop. Now that's a foopin' feeling! That's the key to Fran's family-friendly feeling foopin' Frogurt. You've shared. Now you can repair.
Look at your face. It's everywhere.
Milking pump malfunction. Milking pump malfunction.
No!
Milking pump malfunction.
What have they done to you?
Restart milk pump or milk provider will be terminated.
I gotta milk you with that machine.
Remember to foop it with a smile. The milk is too hot. Foop down the temperature. Foop it down.
Go away.
Milk harvest at suitable temperature. Franz Frogert is ready to serve.
The unholy evils that dwell in this Frogert.
What are you fooping for? Try it.
It's delicious.
Right? So, are you in or are you out? Take your time, about 10 seconds worth of it. I'll think it over. That's fine. If you'll follow me, we've set up a lounge, expressly for the overthinking of things.
Speaking of overthinking, I gotta find Anu. Where the hell'd she get off to?
I'm sure she'll catch up if you could just follow me.
Nah.
I'd be happy to provide you with a security escort.
Nah.
So, Globo CompuCore. Was that all your idea? Whatever you say will be immortalized in your super successful Dirty 30 profile.
None of it was me. Anu created the device, Fran figured out the healing properties. I'm basically a fraud who gets by purely on false confidence and swag. Hey, yo! This song is my jam!
This party's a little dead.
Totally dead.
Why don't you and I head to the VVIP section?
There's a VVIP section?
Here.
Guess the more successful you are, the weirder stuff you're into.
No, Octavio, here in the VVIP section, you find refined recreations for the discerning entrepreneur. Care to stick your face in the belcher? An elite courtesy from the angel investor. Only 11 people in the world have enjoyed mouth gas from the voucher.
I'm not that into drugs, especially from amphibians I don't recognize.
Strange. And all this time I thought you were cool. I mean, you are cool, aren't you, Octavio? I don't know if the angel investor would deign to meet someone who isn't cool.
Biv! Bibbity Bipster! I'm so cool that I'm above peer pressure. Why? 'Cause I have no peers. My coolness is without equal. That's how cool I am.
That's astronomically cool! Oh. Sheesh.
I still wish Anu and Fran were here to see how cool I am.
Everyone is wearing masks. Are you sure they aren't here already?
Good point. Anu, Fran, come try the Belcher. It's for VVIPs.
Yeah.
You did it. You actually did it. Full stabilization readings, a perfect fusion reaction. The congripulizer is fully functional. And the best part is, you did it without using the potassium-magnesium channels. Absolutely brilliant. You truly have a mind unlike any other. Simply put, you've changed science forever.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dr. Dar, this is your discovery, your hard work. Would you like to do the honors and activate the congripulizer for its first trial run?
It would be my honor.
She's heading to the observation room.
This kind of looks like a cage.
She's in the observation room.
I believe there's been a mistake. This is actually a cage.
I'm so sorry. We'll get right on that.
You're not doing anything. You put me in a cage.
Amazing! Dr. Dar figured it out. Okay, I think we're done here. Dr. Dar, thank you for your invaluable contributions.
Where are you taking me? Huh? You bully! You're all bullies! Stop applauding! It's patronizing!
Woo! This party is hot. I should take my shirt off.
Or we could go to the VVVIP room.
The VVVIP room? Yes!
Welcome to the VVVIP Elite Gold Status Lounge.
This isn't a VVVIP Elite Gold Status Lounge. This is a cage!
An exclusive cage.
No! A cage! You tricked me!
Don't think of it as tricked. In the business world, well, We also call it tricked.
Is this because I didn't do the belcher?
It certainly didn't help your case. But no, you were always going to end up here, Octavio.
Let me out! Let me out! Anyone? Please help me! He tricked me! I'm a super successful Dirty 30!
Ock? Anu?
Oh, yes. Right there. Put your data right there.
Miss me?
Not really. How did you follow me here?
Inconsequential. I'm here now. It doesn't matter that you and your friends humiliated me in a sewer. It doesn't matter that I was fired for playing Vaultlander. If you have any hope of freeing your little friend, you must first defeat me.
I'd prefer not to.
Luckily, I didn't ask. Now, battle!
Gosh, gang damn it, anyway. Come here.
Select your Vaultlander. Amara versus Mo Vaultlanders. Fight! Mommy, I'm scared. Yeah! Toasty! Critical! Toasty! Whoa! Ah! Ha! Critical! Land ribbon! Critical! Ho-ho! Ooh! 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 Land ribbon! Critical Vaultlander! KO! You won!
I won. Wait. I won! Who's the best Vaultlander competitor in the galaxy? Brandy is! Eat it, you TDO trash!
You can't have won. I was depending on this. I needed that W!
Between you and me, pal, maybe it's time you got a new hobby. Maybe a new job with an employer that values you? Just food for thought, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. Thanks. Maybe I'll, catch you later?
I hope not. Wow. Louis, wake up! I gotta yuck your yum. I apologize in advance.
Why did you do that? I was happy. A smorgasbord of sensations. It was true bliss.
I think our children have got themselves into trouble. We better go find them.
Our children? In this metaphor, would I be the daddy? Ah, you are the daddy.
I am the daddy, yes.
What happened while I was diverted?
Oh, I relived my suppressed life-defining trauma, and then witnessed my own personal evil and all of its ugliness and terror. Oh, and I also milked a spider ant to make yogurt.
From your tone, I surmise this is not how yogurt is typically made.
Look, the people here are bad. Very bad. We gotta go find our two dum-dums before they get themselves killed. Come on.
Hey! What's up?
Octavio, you too. We've got to get out of here. We've got to think of something. Some way to break out.
Or we could wait here for Fran. She could break these cages, no problem.
Come on, Octavio. Stop waiting around for other people to solve your problems and start trying to solve them yourself. Dumb. 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 So dumb.
Okay, I admit I partied a little hard, but that's to be expected. I made Forge's super successful Dirty 30.
Oh my god. Don't you get it? You didn't make that stupid list. It's just one more scam you fell for because reality won't enter your thick skull. That's why you're sitting in a cage. You never think things through, Octavio.
Oh, gosh, I'm so sorry. I must have mistaken you for someone who also got trapped in a cage.
Listen,
There you idiots are! I leave you alone for 10 minutes, and you both get caught by TDR?
You don't have to freeze. You're not a threat. You two, drop your weapons! Loud and fast-like! I mean, soft and slow-like! You always mess that up. Not now. Please, don't undermine me in front of the targets.
Hey, I'm a threat. I may be stuck here, but not for long. Give me a minute.
My entire body is a weapon.
Then drop it!
As you wish.
Oi! Is that a weapon?
No.
Drop it anyway! Drop it!
Well, that was exactly as easy as I expected it to be. Aw, cute.
Doesn't make a difference. You get over here and I'll put my fist through your...
The company that made your chair, I acquired it ages ago. And I can control it, well, any way I please.
And you can make the chair do fart noises.
Hey, you want to talk to the guy in charge? I'm right here.
Here's how it is. Do as I say, or you, and obviously they, die. Now, the device, please.
make all the threats you want. You'll never... You have a gun.
I have a gun. Now, device on the ground. Hands up.
You motherfucker!
also be taking your echo decks.
Never! What's next? You gonna break Louis?
Why would you even say that?
No need. I think your robot friend will discover he left that little melding of the minds with some dirty data packets.
Now that you mention it, some of the data I just exchanged was unscrupulous. It was all unprotected. They even used my back port. Oh no. Oh no, I'm riddled with STDs. Software transmitted diseases. I need a moment to run diagnostics and swab my system. Really swab my system.
Louis! This is your plan? Lock us in cages and hurt our feelings and give us diseases and steal our invention and what? Mass produce it? That's not gonna work. We own the patent.
Okay.
You can laugh, but our investor isn't going to be too happy about this. The mystery caller who jumped in to bail us out of sink or swim has our backs. We may not know who they are exactly, but they're somewhere around here. And anyone that could just drop a few billion on us out of the blue, quite obviously, has a lot of resources and should not be crossed. And I'm just now realizing it's you. You're the angel investor.
And there it is.
Well, golly. Sure would be nuts if I just bought myself a rich-to-hick translator and funded my own competition. Yuck.
Wait. That box is the angel investor?
Wow. Here's what happens now. Anu, you're coming with me. Kill the others. Kill the himbo last. He means the most to her.
No! You can't!
Oh, good. Now this can be a lesson in never telling me what to do.
Hoo-wee! Now y'all get to learn yourself something about bossing the big cowgirl around. You hear?
Stupid app. I thought UI fixed this. You. Remind me to terminate someone in UI later.
Please, You have all the power here. I'm not negotiating. I'm not threatening. I'm asking. Please, don't do this.
Oh. Your lack of shame is endearing. As is your sentimentality. Taxing, but endearing. Actually, never mind. No, I've just thought of a much better use for them. You've just earned yourselves front row seats to the hottest show in town. Men, raise the curtain. It's showtime. Welcome! Oh, I'm thrilled to see so many familiar faces here today. Shut up! Wainwright, Reese, Torg, Katagawa Sr., Athena. Undoubtedly it was your communal sense of self-preservation that motivated you to be here this evening. Well, that and the fact that none of you would let the others get the competitive edge. But now, you ask yourselves, why am I here? And the answer is a demonstration. I have gathered you together for a mercifully one-night-only opportunity to merge with Tedior or face your swift and utter annihilation. See, since the beginning of civilization, we have pioneered ways to hurt one another. From the stick to the stick with a stone tied to the end of it, and onward throughout the ages, to the laser sploder, the rebel yell, and who can forget the iconic face melter? Each one a rung on the ladder toward power, a ladder that we all race to climb. But thanks to the research efforts of Tedior and a few very gracious volunteers. Bring me the buffoon! That one.
Hey, good to see ya! How's it going? Got a new power suit? Hey, Reese. Hey, Anu, it's your old boss. Let's network after this. Synergize, talk through some new win pops. That's investment opportunities.
Octavio!
Gotta tell ya, not getting the best vibe from this being trapped on stage thing.
This woman doesn't know what she's tampering with. We can take her together. I have a company too.
See, something that they know that apparently you don't. A CEO only barters from a position of strength. Now, you may be aware of what the less imaginative among you have been calling green iridium. You've also likely heard by now that my pursuit of it is the entire reason for my invasion of Atlas and this planet. That shard before you is a crystal of such extreme rarity that only a privileged few have ever viewed with their own eyes. Well, at least until Dr. Dar showcased it and its incredible healing properties to the entire planet while begging for money on sink or swim.
Begging? Like, no.
But what Dr. Dar did not know was that the shard that she and her team of imbeciles had acquired was in fact the missing half of a true human pair.
A second shard?
This seems, and stop me if I'm being pessimistic, but not great.
They're a set? Did we know they came in a set? Are they worth more money in a set?
So much more. And what the good doctor didn't show you, perhaps because she had no idea, was that the power of these shards can be wielded in more ways than one. Dangerous, yes? Don't worry, in line with her recent groundbreaking research with iridium. Work that the world's biggest idiot discarded. Despite how loud that mustache is, Reese, you're on mute. As I was saying, Dr. Dar harnessed this most magnificent healing power with a simple, classic ray gun. Oh, we have her device here. The Hermes! Her name, not mine. Quaint, isn't it? Who'd have thought that the idiot CEO of Atlas would overlook and cancel such a quaint little ray gun?
It's not all my discovery. It was a group effort with my teammates, Octavio, Fran, and Luke.
You're not doing us any favors here, Chief.
This device harnesses, concentrates, and amplifies the shard's effects. Now, thanks to some experiments in our lab earlier, Dr. Dar helped us iterate on the idea a bit. Now, as I begin this demonstration, it is vital that you keep this fact at the front of your minds. Tedior is in possession of the only two extant anahadium shards in existence. Oh, I deny my esteemed competition the demonstration that I promised them? I don't think so. As you are about to witness, the race to the top is over. I won! Now you have two choices. You can posture uselessly until I raise your company to the ground and strike your names from the history books, or B, accept defeat, merge your companies with Tedior, keep your lives, and call me boss. Go on, call me boss.
Go to hell!
Scathing.
Octavio, no!
Who's the boss?
Suck it, Granny.
Stop! Octavio! Stop! No! Octavio! No! No!
Sure, I killed him. Anyone could have killed him. But he didn't give me what I wanted.
Octavio!
Ock, welcome back. Now, who's the boss?
Never.
Let him go! He's done nothing to you! Nothing to deserve...
Cruelty, fear, injustice. You sever the balance.
See, one shard makes it simple to save a life. But the other makes killing on a massive scale as easy as breathing. See, with this simple process of rinse and repeat, you can in fact do far more than simply kill. You can obliterate even the most defiant spirit. Now, who's the boss?
You're the boss.
And that is what I'm selling. Now forget about death. Death is so easy, so passé. I am marketing total, absolute submission. God, with these shards, I can take a city, a civilization, an entire planet, and bend it to its knees.
Easy there, Chief.
What is this?
The shard! Retrieve the shard!
Criminals, plunderers, murderers.
Put her down!
My twin suffers. I suffer. So you will suffer. Your sadism, your greed must be punished.
Holy Froyo.
Our other half. No!
You're mine now, Susan Caldwell!
Here's an experiment. Let's turn Dr. Dar's healing device into a harming device. Put Dr. Dar in the lab, put her idiot brother in a cell as leverage. As for the others, incinerate them.
Do you mean that literally?
Yeah, or is it like a poetic license?
I do not care. That is the point, you incompetent buffoons. They are not worth my consideration. Just kill them. Kill.
Thank you.